Alright, welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4. This is the Millennium Dawn modded playthrough of Chechnya. We messed up, or I messed up, last time in the peace conference. Yeah. Somehow, I did not subject, or make them a subject, I don't believe. Somaliland got away. They got away. And we are going to have a war with Kazakhstan, so I really don't want to do that, but I guess we are. We're just going to do it. We're gonna go ahead and do it and waste our political power. Yeah, so this is what our material deficit is right now. Yeah, that's rough. So... how are we going to do this? How are we going to enact war upon our enemies? We are going to move our Africa Command units, which is a mechanized brigade. So we'll keep these here in this theater. I'm gonna add another fallback point for area defense on this side and here. And we're gonna move... They should move. Yep. And then we're gonna move our main forces out of Africa Command and move them back into Eurasia here. And we're gonna put them up on this border. And we have a limited amount of time. Like, we are under a time crunch. Manpower. No, we need IFVs and self-propelled artillery, anti-air. Yeah. Wrong. That looks the same. That's wild. That's like it faked me out. I didn't never notice that about Africa. Alright, so what marine units do we have? Yeah, because we lost quite a few of these in combat with Somalia. They did get promoted, though. We did get some promotions. And those are down here. So let's look at our division templates real quick. Go ahead and edit these. Make them heavy. I think these heavy mechanized are IFVs, right? Yep. Helicopters, combat service support. What's our regular base jungle stats? Plus 3%. And we do that let's hold off for a second. We're gonna hold off for a hot second here on updating those. And we're gonna go into armored. Oh, we don't have enough. Yeah, because we want to do armored marine infantry. And it's 40. Alright, well, more people are gonna have to train again. And then they're not able to get out. We do need to be building a naval yard here. Well, a naval base. Yeah, and then we can get supplies to this spot. We can declare on Djibouti from here. Though I do wonder if they have guarantees. Doesn't look like they do, actually. 200 political power. More political power? So, like, almost 300 is a wild amount. If true. Hmm. Let's see. Let's see. Yep. So those units are trapped. We'll go ahead and get forts on order. A lot of these border regions that are going to be at war. Air bases as well. And definitely need radars. We're going to fortify kind of what we have next to the African Republic, because we're probably going to end up at war with this country as well later on. I think that'll be our way of fighting Europe, is just taking Africa in one big chunk. Alright, and it looks like our supplies have stabilized to some extent. Obviously we still have a technology metal issue. And then we still need precious metals, which are fluctuating wildly. Looks like we still have 9 trillion in debt too. So we can go ahead and keep paying that off. Yeah, we only I forgot we wiped our foreign investment, which is horrible as well. Research. Looks like our ground inventory research is pretty much done. And then our mechanized forces are not yet comparable to the US, but they are going to be up there. We just need more of them. And we are done with artillery, so now it's navy really that we need, because we just need naval equipment. And it's not even early research. Yeah, because it's 2045. Eesh. Eesh. Yeah, I think I made a lot of mistakes in this playthrough for Chechnya. Definitely could have been played better in the early years. And we could have expanded more rapidly to get access to certain resources, like from Iran. Yeah, because if we had actually captured this before Europe did, we'd have all the base materials we need for now to support what we currently have. And then we'd have ocean access unrestricted, and we'd be able to compete on at least one front for a little bit. But yeah, that's kind of rough. Too many mistakes. Snowball. The mistakes have pretty much snowballed to make that pointless. So it's just going to be what it is. And I think all of these units are in the ocean now, right? Yeah, so we do have reinforcements here. We're short IFV still. Lots of IFVs. Construction finished. We'll get more resources. That'll help. Good thing our political power is actually okay as far as our political power gain. When are we expected to start a conflict? 2047, the first of the year, so 2 years from now. And what are we recruiting? Special forces and tanks right at this moment. And yeah, it's still just missing IFVs. Available factories. Realistically, we have about 11 we could trade. Uzbekistan will stop trading with us. I'm not really going to do that. That's going to be not a long-term solution. Australia's fine, and Saudi's probably fine. Then we're short light metals. Let's go ahead and trade with Canada and China. We'll get an extra stockpile. Well, maybe not China. See how the tech metal situation is. Another one of 3. Yeah, so I basically would be able to trade 1 factory for 2 with a bunch of different countries. It's not going to be sustainable. Best I can do is get all our other supplemental resources up and then go from there. Yeah, so we have 5 left. I could put 5, so we could get 10 tech metals, I guess. This is fluctuating so bad. Don't like that at all. Guess we'll trade with Venezuela. Then maybe 4 of these. Well, we'll do 3. And that still does not allow us to produce any of this stuff because we're so short. Looks like we finished our internal weapons, so we can't do an upgrade. We'll go ahead and work on the future engines. And frontline forces. Look like they're fine. Transport helis. Yeah, it would be nice to have that moved up. Newer models too. Where are we short? Yeah, here's where the shortages start taking effect. We're making 1 a month. Let's lower this. This gives us the upgraded cruise missile. So we are going to work on our nukes. The Chechen nukes. We can't have rockets, but we can have nukes. For whatever reason. And probably more important, we have trains and convoys for us. Because if we go to war with anyone that has a navy, they're going to blow up every convoy we have no matter what. It's just going to be unsustainable. Okay, so we are working on our 6th gen multi-role fighter and light fighters. And we have a couple of each. Yeah, this is just hard to sustain. I'm gonna keep dropping this. Yeah, I want to make sure we're making bombers. I don't care if we're making them really slow. But we do need to be making bombers. This is self-propelled artillery upgrades. These are really modern tanks. And to the commenter that reminded me to check my equipment, thank you. I do need to go into that and check it out. It's under, where is it? Logistics? Does logistics not do with this stockpile? No, it just shows what your consumptions are, huh? Maybe international market is the only way. Yeah, I would want the modern equipment, but this older stuff from the 60s, not big on. Yeah, we're just gonna sit on it for now. Because we are gonna consume a lot of goods in this upcoming conflict. Probably too many anyway. And we are actually exporting quite a bit as well. Right, we have 28 billion. Go ahead and invest in like Eritrea or something if they'll let us. Booty will take an energy plant. Sure. Pay off some of our debt. And then try for technology metals. That's what we're going to do. We may need more manpower as well, so I think medium military spending is not going to be where we end up. Let's check this out. Sizable, 37 billion. We could go up to sizable and still maintain our income. Right now. 41 billion, 9 billion. So we really would need probably more foreign investment or to be making offices. The problem is we don't have the people. So it really is going to have to come from foreign investment. We'll allow these demonstrations. Now let's check. Yeah, our offices still don't have enough workers. And we actually lost 1% there somehow. Very strange. %5 interest rate. That's what's happening. Okay, so if we paid down our debt, we could afford updating our military spending a little bit. So that should be the priority. That's the math that wasn't mathing. Yeah, so basically, I got a couple things I can do here to help out. I can lower my population tax rate, which will also increase our stability, which will in turn increase our migration. So the likelihood of people migrating, that should help with our population growth. Also paying down the debt directly because it's a 5% interest rate is highly beneficial. Technically, I could probably cycle it so that I'm taking loans up to 6%, investing all of that in foreign investment, and then paying it back down. I just don't think that the return on investment is quick enough to justify doing that right now before the war. Because I think it's a year. It's 6% over a year. Like return. So it would be 20 years before that pretty much pays itself off. Whereas I can directly pay this debt down. And that's an immediate return. Oh, Iraq is now a part of directly a subject or a state of the USE now. Yeah, I'll probably lose to Europe. That's what's gonna happen. I'll just get beat down. Europe and America in here have some strong units and divisions. And then let's go ahead and pay that down. Could actually do something wild and bump my tax rate. IRCM's sweet, so then we can start working on these. Work on our attack choppers. That'll be huge for our army later. I think we're re-justifying on Somaliland. December 23rd, 2046. So right before the war with Kazakhstan. And I think I just need to go for IFVs. Yeah, so we're actually gonna reset our production here real quick. We're gonna reset everything. We've got enough fighters, that's fine. It's not really fine, but it's gonna be fine. Lower mounted ATGMs, self-propelled artillery, I don't care. All of this. Tanks even, we're gonna go down to 1. Self-propelled, down to 1. And we're just gonna stack all we can on IFV production right now and see where we're at. We're actually short steel. It would have been nice, right? Look at that deficit is exactly what we're missing. Oh, that's how this played out. Oh, like, it's really a burning just failure. And a huge failure on my end. Ah, that sucks. Okay. We're only getting 4 from here, so we're gonna go ahead and cancel these 2. I'm gonna go for steel. We're gonna get enough steel for this. We'll make friends with the USE and who else? Maybe the USE again. Maybe not. They don't want our factory. That's laggy. Counterintelligence is done. So we'll just go ahead and we could actually I should have done counterinsurgency. All right. Yeah, because Somaliland has the core. And this will be the last of ATGMs for those. Then we just have to get the pod. And I'm going to keep paying down the debt. And we're actually going to raise our tax rate back up. Unfortunately, we're running out of time. And we're going to go back to large military spending. The reason we're doing that is because we're falling behind on our production way too much. 3 a day means that this deficit will not be fulfilled. Like we need 2,400 IFVs in 2 years just to break even. This will fill if we're making enough. So it's like it's too slim of a margin. We can't not have enough going into the fight. How does it have no orders? How does Special Operations Command not have an order? What did I do? Do an area defense. I definitely want everyone training. We need more power, more experience. Oh, and maritime. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch everyone on the next episode.